to the fans. That was something else. Senior NFL reporter Jeremy Fowler is with us. He's on his camp tour. Right now we find him in Nashville, Tennessee. All right, so let's start there. Jerry Jones said Parsons' request is not something that the fans should lose sleep over, that all of this is just part of the negotiation process. But certainly his remarks, Micah Parsons, had a very personal tone. What are you hearing about him and his approach to these negotiations at this moment?
Well, Hannah, I asked around to try to find out if Micah Parsons is actually willing to miss games if a trade doesn't go through and this continues to be a standoff. I was told Parsons is firmly concerned with getting traded right now. That is his goal, and he knows that there is significant interest league-wide. Several teams that would be willing to give up a lot of draft capital and pay him a lot of money to play for them because he's in the prime of his career on a Hall of Fame-like trajectory. Now, Dallas has shut the door on any potential calls. They have no plans to trade him. So this is a true standoff. You know, we see with a lot of players, they request a trade, they don't get traded. But this statement from Parsons was pointed, and I'm told that he is firmly okay with being the villain in this case. So the Cowboys have to determine if they're simply willing to pay him.
Only one player in the entirety of Jerry Jones' tenure who has been a Pro Bowler the year before has been traded the next year. But I'm sure one guy who would love to see it get done is Matt Eberflus. I mean, they opened their season in 32 days against the Eagles. You, my friend, though, you are visiting 11 teams in 12 days. We have a lot of quarterback questions in both the NFC North and the AFC North. Take us through what you've learned, and if you would, please start with J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota.
Yeah, Hannah, we're ripping and running through the country. J.J. McCarthy, I saw him in Minnesota. I was told that he's been working on his touch accuracy. He has plenty of arm strength. The Vikings have seen that. He certainly had some ups and downs in camp, but he's going against a really tough defense. Head coach Kevin O'Connell told me that he has answered the bell to a lot of the tremendous challenges the defensive coordinator Brian Flores has thrown at him. But really, he's looking at layering the ball where he can, throwing with some touch here and there. He's getting back at the swing of things. They are pleased with his development. Caleb Williams, this one is a bit of the same, a little bit of up and down early in camp with the Bears. That is no secret. But when I arrived in town, I asked a source about it. They said he's had a few good days in a row. Just continue to watch and see what he does. And when I was there on the ground, I was told that Ben Johnson has been relentless on Williams with every detail. They're not hiding away from the scar tissue he had last year in Chicago. But I'm told that Williams really is taking to that coaching, and he wants it. Then you got a different situation in Pittsburgh with Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Rodgers really had to get a comfort level with Pittsburgh that came from his talks with Mike Tomlin. I spoke with Tomlin at training camp. He said he never sold Aaron Rodgers on coming to Pittsburgh. He simply developed an organic relationship with him over the phone. He said it was just a lot of fun to get to know Rodgers. And when I asked him if he was nervous about Rodgers maybe not signing, he said it was simply more excitement because he could tell the relationship was in a good spot. Then you got the Browns QBs, totally different situation. They have 4 guys. Their camps are designed to just get 4 guys a lot of throws. But now you have Kenny Pickett out with the hamstring. You have Shedeur Sanders out with some shoulder soreness. So it's a great opportunity for Dillon Gabriel, the rookie, to potentially earn the 2 spot, maybe the 1, but most likely the 2. It looks like Joe Flacco will be the favorite as he has been throughout the spring. But the Browns like Dillon Gabriel, the way he handles the ball and the way he handles Kevin Stefanski's play-action offense in particular.
Yeah, and they have their first preseason game Friday against the Panthers, so it'll be interesting to see how Gabriel performs there. Jeremy Fowler, as always, we appreciate it. Thank you, and safe travels, my friend.
Thank you, Hannah.
We begin NFL Live with breaking news related to the Cowboys. Adam Schefter, what's going on with Micah Parsons?
Laura, a situation that had been simmering came to a head this afternoon when All-Pro edge rusher Micah Parsons announced that he personally had requested a trade from Stephen Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. He wants to be done with Dallas right now, and he laid out factually in his mind a slew of factors as to why he no longer wants to be with the team that he and his father grew up rooting for. And at its root, essentially, is a failed contract negotiation in which he feels like the Dallas Cowboys got him in a room to talk about leadership, wound up in a negotiation. The Cowboys felt like they had a deal. Micah Parsons did not. He had his agent call there. His agent obviously said there's no deal, and there's been no contact in recent months about a contract at a time where we've seen Max Crosby get paid. We've seen Myles Garrett get paid. We've seen TJ Watt get paid, and we have not seen Micah Parsons get paid. Not only have we not seen him get paid, we haven't seen or heard about any conversations between the two sides. And we said this all week long. But essentially, the sides right now have been further apart today in early August than they were in early April. And now it's culminated in Micah Parsons issuing a trade request. It's gone viral. He's got teammates on Twitter supporting him, and there's more drama in Dallas.
Adam, I feel like this is crazy to even ask, but I'm going to ask you. Would the Cowboys actually trade Micah Parsons?
Well, I've been trying to think of the last time that Jerry Jones traded a Pro Bowl caliber player away, and I cannot think of any. Now, there are comps out there. If you look at the time that the Raiders traded Khalil Mack to the Bears right before the season began in September for a couple of first-round picks and other compensation, that would be the closest comp. But Jerry Jones wants to win now. He's not looking to win in the future. He's not looking for future draft picks, and his history suggests that he won't be willing to make a trade here. Now, again, we have yet to hear from the Dallas Cowboys on how they feel about this particular situation. But we've now seen all three disgruntled contractual players, Micah Parsons, Terry McLaurin, and Trey Hendrickson, request a trade at some point either this offseason or this summer. And it's one thing to actually make the request, it's another to see it come to fruition. Could it happen? Yes. Every other team would love to acquire any one of these players. But for it to actually happen takes an awful lot, because you've got to satisfy the player with his contract and the team that is trading him away.
All right, Adam, thanks so much for all of the context here. Just incredible out of you. We appreciate you. You referenced that statement. It was lengthy, 592 words to be exact, posted on Twitter. Parsons said in part, yes, I wanted to be here. I did everything I could to show that I wanted to be a Cowboy and wear the star on my helmet. You sense the past tense there. Unfortunately, I no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be held to closed-door negotiations without my agent present. I no longer want shots taken at me for getting injured while laying it on the line for the organization, our fans, and my teammates. I had purposely stayed quiet in hopes of getting something done. Up to today, the team has not had a single conversation with my agent about a contract. Not one demand has been made by my agent about money, years, or anything else. Still, I stayed quiet, but again, after repeated shots at myself and all the narratives I have made a tough decision, I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. Oh my, Marcus Spears demanded to be on the show today. Some airtime after seeing that Micah post. Swagoo, you've done business in Dallas. What do you make of all this?